everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Roxy here. If you're new here, my name is Roxy. Currently on a weight loss journey, and so far I've lost about 60 pounds, and I am here to make a video of how I lost my first 50 pounds because right now I am on Weight Watchers, but I did just join about a month and a half ago. So I did lose 50 pounds by myself, and I'm not like a big famous person or anything, but a lot of people, or I get questions here and there like, how'd you lose weight, or you look so small, what's your secret? Like, there is no secret, girl, but or sometimes I get random questions on Instagram like, hey, what'd you do? Or I get people that I haven't seen in like years asking me, how'd you lose weight? So I thought I would just make a video of it because it's easier that way, and I would love to share my knowledge. Just a disclaimer, anything I say in this video, I'm definitely not a nutritionist. These are just my opinions that I believe in, and that's it. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. My name's Roxy. I'm 20 years old, and I did start my weight loss journey about a year and a half ago. I started on 2019 of February 24th. I'm 5'7", so if that gives you an idea. My starting weight was 244, and right now, as of yesterday when I weighed myself, I am 179, so your girl's happy that she's finally in the 70s. But yeah, that's just a little bit about myself. How I lost 50 pounds, there really isn't like a set diet that I did. It's just like things I did here and there. I have a list because I didn't like really have a set program. I just kind of kept adding things into my life and stuff like that. But first thing I did, and I think you should do when you start your weight loss journey, is educate yourself. It's like realizing what weight loss is. Like, what does every weight loss program have in common? And that is like a calorie deficit. So weight loss is just calories in, calories out. It don't matter how you do it, it's calories in, calories out. Keto, they're taking out the carbs for you, taking out the sugar or whatever, and that's less calories for you to eat. The no carb diet, when you're taking out carbs, those are taking out calories because you might be a person that eats way too many carbs, which is calories. Weight loss is just about a calorie deficit. It don't matter how you do it, as long as you're burning more calories than you're eating, or you're eating less calories than you burn. So that is what weight loss is. Because before, when I decided to lose weight many times in high school and everything by myself, like, I never was successful at it because I didn't know how weight loss worked. So you're more successful to be losing weight if you educate yourself on it. That way you understand how it works and what you need to do. So once I figured out that it was calories in, calories out, I downloaded MyFitnessPal, which is a calorie counting website that y'all should try. It's free. That's what I first started doing. It was like, yeah, that was the first thing I started doing, was I just started calorie counting. I remember I was in the store when I opened up that account. I was at Walmart with my mom, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start, even though I already ate breakfast. I remember what I ate was an omelet, and as I was like tracking all this stuff, my omelet came out to like 700 calories. And when I put all my information into MyFitnessPal, I had about 2,000 calories to eat, 2,300 or something, and it already took away 700 from my breakfast. I was like, dang, I be eating that kind of stuff every day. So that's how that started. The second thing I did after like I was kind of getting used to like the calorie deficits and stuff, I started moving. Like, you don't even have to exercise, but just like move. My movement is walking. I love walking. I love cardio more than weightlifting. Like, I ask my boyfriend to go on walks. I ask my friends to go on walks. Because walks are like so easy, and walks are like so underrated. Like, because walking burns calories just like any other exercise, but just move. It doesn't even matter if you're walking to the kitchen every time like a commercial comes on. Just move. Like, before I started my weight loss journey, I was a lazy piece of like crap. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, after I go to work, and my job's pretty easy, all I do is stand. And stands burn calories, but it's not enough calories for what I was eating. But when I got home, all I do was sit and watch TV. Like, I was a couch potato, bro. Like, so that's what I did. I had a calorie deficit, and I started moving a lot more, which helped me kind of lose a little bit more weight in the first couple months. The calorie deficit, now, that's something I want to talk about, and I might be making a separate video on. I did the calorie deficit from what MyFitnessPal gave me, because if you type it into Google is going to be like, girls should eat at least 2,000 to 1,200 calories a day, which is wrong. Everybody is different. You should definitely figure out your TDEE. That's, if I'm saying that correctly, your total daily energy expenditure, something of that nature. Because you put in your height, your age, and everything that tells you how many calories you can eat to maintain, and then you should subtract at least 200 or 500 calories from that, and then start eating those calories. So since I was 244 pounds, I'm not going to eat 1,200 calories. I mean, duh, that would make me lose weight, but once I lose weight, I can't eat 1,200 calories for the rest of my life without starving. So just start off slow. Me, to maintain at my size at the time, was 3,000 calories. So just knock that down to 2,700. And then after a couple months, if you see a plateau or you're ready to just go down another notch, go down to 2,500, and then go down to 200, and just keep getting lower. But I wouldn't go any lower than 1,500, guys. But that's something that y'all should definitely educate yourself on, is your TDEE. That would help you a lot in your weight loss journey too, and help you have healthy habits. So yeah. Another thing I did was I made a schedule for when I was eating. This was very helpful to me, because when I made a schedule, it keeps me on track. And it's also training my body to be hungry at that time. That way I'm not like full of surprises, I guess. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to explain things that well. But I made a schedule every day. That way I know when to eat, and I know that's when I can eat. So I always start my meals at 12, because I feel like that helps me with hunger cravings and things like that. I eat later on in the day because I'm a snacker at nighttime, and I like to save most of my calories at nighttime. So I like to leave at least 1,000 calories at nighttime. That way I can just snack, because I'm a snacker. So starting my day at 12 just helps that. Also, guys, it don't really matter when you eat your calories, whether you eat them before 12 or if you eat after 6. As long as you're doing calories in, calories out, it don't really matter. Fasting, you can fast if that makes you feel better. I fast in the morning because I like having more calories at night, and I feel like that helps me more. But it don't matter what time you eat your calories, as long as you're at a calorie deficit. So whatever everybody tells you is bull. So I know my schedule for work, which was Monday through Friday. It was have breakfast at 10 o'clock and then lunch at 1 o'clock. And then I would have a snack at 4 o'clock. And then when I get home at 5:30, I would have dinner. And then a snack at 7. And then another snack at 8. And then that's it. And then on weekends, I would eat at 12. And then have my lunch at 2. And then have a snack at 4. And then have dinner at 5 or 6. And then have my snack at 7 or 8. And I always ate like that. Even like the delivery drivers at my work know my lunch schedule. They're like, "Did you eat at 1 o'clock?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did," because that's when I'm hungry. And I think this is good, because when you start a schedule, that kind of keeps your body in routine, and it also might help you it just helps you, it just helps you stay in routine. That way you're not always thinking of when you eat. You know that when it's 2 o'clock, you can eat. That way you're not always thinking about it and things like that. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's what I did. I always made a schedule for myself, And if you make a schedule and it's not working for you, like you're still hungry or it's just not working for you after you've tried it for 2 weeks, then make another schedule. Find a schedule that works for you. You don't have to stick to that schedule if it's not working. You can always switch it. Do not eat like after 12 if that don't work for you. That's what works for me. If it works for you eating at 8 o'clock in the morning, you do that. If it's not, if your day starts at 2, then do that. It doesn't matter as long as you're at a calorie deficit, but find a schedule that works for you. Another thing I did was trying to find the weight loss community. Before I started my weight loss journey, I didn't even know that there was like a weight loss community out there. Like, you got a bunch of weight loss YouTubers that I didn't even know about, like Obese to Beast, Jordan Shrinks, Felicia Gets Fit, just like a bunch of, like, I didn't know a community of weight loss people existed out there. Like, I just thought we were all like just losing weight if we want to lose weight. But finding the weight loss community is a great helpful tip because you know you're not alone. And also when you find them, it's giving you more ideas on how to stay motivated, more ideas for food, more ideas for like just everything in general, exercise, just little tips and tricks that you wouldn't have thought about that they've done over time that they've learned. I think that's helped a lot with me, just finding the weight loss community, because I thought I was alone. When there's other people out there in your shoes, you just gotta find it. And it's out there. Just like there's a beauty community, there's a weight loss community, and there's a vegan community, and there's an exercising community, like there's an LGBT community. Like, there's a community for everything. You just have to find it. And some of my favorite are like Jordan Shrinks. She actually taught me about MyFitnessPal. And if y'all want to check out her video for the TDEE, your total daily expenditure, she explains that so well, and she's so fun to watch. Obese to Beast is another good one. Felicia Gets Fit. But yeah, but I'll leave them down below if y'all want to check them out. But they're my favorite weight loss influence. Jordan Shrinks was actually the one that kind of like I followed in her footsteps, but that's another story. So that's pretty much all I did. Was I counted calories, but I didn't starve myself. I started doing a lot more movement, and I made a schedule. That was kind of like my top 3 things on how I lost my first 50 pounds. I know it doesn't sound that hard, but honestly, weight loss is really just about self-discipline. You got to have that too. But I did write down some like little things that I switched. So that was how I lost my first 50 pounds, counting calories, schedules, and moving more. But some little things I did was like I drank more water. I found alternatives such as like not cooking with butter anymore, using spray for 0 calories, because those are extra calories that are not needed. Or whenever I go out to eat, you can always share a meal with like your sister or your mom or your friend, or always ask for like a takeout box before you start eating. That way you can put half of that in the box and then close it and then eat on your plate. Or just making things at your house that you like, I don't know, just finding alternatives. Like, it's hard to think of how like you've lost weight because you've been doing it so long. It's like you've forgotten about the past, you know what I mean? For example, if you like going to McDonald's and eating their McGriddles are about maybe 700 to 1,000 calories. Try making it at your house, and I bet you you're gonna end up eating less calories from eating that every day than the McDonald's McGriddle, because at your house it's going to be healthier. Just finding foods that you like that are loaded in calories, just try making them in a healthier option, because we're not telling you to eat like lettuce and vegetables the whole time and like chicken and broccoli, but just finding alternatives. Make your favorite foods just healthier. So if you like milk, for instance, try drinking skim milk. Or if you like yogurt, try eating low-fat yogurt. Just things like that. Just finding alternatives. I don't really, just finding alternatives. But another thing I did, like, when losing weight, and this helped with, like, scheduling, was I don't do this that much anymore because I kind of got a hang on it. But I used to do this a lot when I was, like, first starting my weight loss journey, was meal prepping. Like, meal prepping was my jam. Like, potatoes and then chicken and then broccoli, or fish and broccoli and potato, or sweet potatoes, or a croissant roll. And I know what y'all are thinking, how'd you lose weight on croissant rolls? Well, I got the mini croissant rolls, and those were only 100 calories, and I added them into my fitness pal. But meal prepping helped me out so much because, honestly, I work a lot, so, like, that's most of people's excuses, like, I'm too busy to eat healthy. Well, my day off, I would always meal prep for 6 days and then take that as my lunch that I would eat at 1 o'clock. And then at the end of the day, for dinner, if my mom didn't cook something that, like, I felt like I could eat or that was in my calories, I would always eat a meal prep. Like, meal preps were already there. That way I knew I had something and I didn't want them to go to waste, you understand? And what I mean by the flexible dieting, because the croissant thing was a good example. Like, a lot of people put croissant rolls and bread and, like, chocolate in the category of, like, bad foods. But with flexible dieting, I'm just putting things, like, into my calories. Like, that croissant roll was 100 calories, so I logged it and it just took off 100 calories. Broccoli, about 20 calories, taking it off. But if I want a cupcake and that cupcake's 500 calories, I'm going to take it off. And, well, I ate what I want, but I always logged it. So, but you'll start to, like, learn in your head, like, when you're eating this junk food that's higher in calorie, you'll be like, I really don't like spending my calories on this. You'll be like, well, eating a bunch of vegetables or eating this is lower in calorie and it kind of tastes better and I get a lot more volume. Your brain will start to train to eat those foods, and then things like that. But that's what flexible dieting is, and that's kind of like what I did. I ate whatever I wanted as long as it fitted into my calories. Something else that helped me was planning my events, like, the day before. Like, if I had an event, like, I can't think of one right off the bat, but, like, if I knew I had an event come up, like, in 2 days, I would plan out that day. Like, I would eat a lower calorie breakfast, since I knew I would be eating, like, a higher calorie lunch, or I'll eat on point for 2 days. That way I can splurge a little bit. Just always planning, which I guess that goes with scheduling too. But that's kind of like what I did through my whole weight loss journey, was just always planning everything, because I like to know what's going to be up ahead of me. So another one is never giving up. Okay, all these things that I just went through, they're easy. Like, they're like, oh girl, you did that. Like, I tried doing that. At the end of the day, what I said is easy, but mentally it's hard. Weight loss is hard, and there's going to be so many times where you mess up, but you just have to keep going. Like, okay, you messed up today, start again tomorrow, or start in the next hour. Like, just never give up. Like, that's the biggest advice I can say, is never give up. These things I said, they sound easy, like meal prep, easy. Educate yourself, easy. Moving, easy. But doing it is hard, because nobody wants to do weight loss, but we got to do it. But just don't ever give up. I know that, like, the people you see on YouTube, like, on what I eat in a day, like, I know most Weight Watcher people, like, that film YouTube videos, they're filming what I eat in a day that are, like, on track. This is what they eat when they're on track. But nobody shows you their struggles behind the camera and stuff. But some people do, but majority of them don't. But I guess the reason why people don't film those struggles is because, honestly, when you're struggling, do you really just want to take out a camera and, like, film your struggles? No, these weight loss influencers that you're seeing, they have struggles too. I bet you nobody is perfect. So just, if you mess up, don't give up. Just start all over again. Those people that you see on YouTube, I'm positive that they've messed up and they just restarted. You know how many times I've messed up and I've restarted? Over a billion bajillion times. Like, no joke. Like, And I've gotten mad at myself, but you know what? The next day, I tell myself, nothing's going to change unless you do it. Like, my mama's not going to do it for me. My boyfriend's not going to do it for me. My dad's not going to do it for me. Nobody's going to do it for you. This is something, weight loss is something that you have to do by yourself. So, never giving up. Also, another thing I wanted to say was that I didn't do in the beginning of my weight loss, but I learned through my weight loss is that weight loss is about finding a lifestyle that works for you. Because once you lose the weight, you want to keep it off, right? You want to maintain it. Which means once you lose the weight, you can't go back to your old habits, because that's how you got like to your size in the first place, was eating like that. So when you're losing weight, it's just about creating healthy habits that you can keep for the rest of your life. So if you're doing keto right now, or or whatever, keto, no carbs, no sugar, something of that nature, you have to think to yourself, can I do that for the rest of my life? And if the answer is no, then you need to find a different lifestyle. If you say yes, then that's good for you. But weight loss is about finding a lifestyle that works for you. Me, I can personally say that I feel more comfortable maintaining my weight than what I did before, because I'm finding foods and like habits, and I'm developing habits that I enjoy and that I can work with for the rest of my life. Eating after 12, I can do that because it's not stressful and I'm used to it. It's a habit. Eating oatmeal every day, I can do that. But if you're eating apples and fruit salads right now and you're not enjoying that, but you're just like, oh, I only gotta do this for one more week or a couple more months and I'm done, then don't do that. You can always, everybody's different. Like, nobody eats broccoli and salads for their weight loss. Like, I'm sorry, but just weight loss is about finding a lifestyle that works for you. Try developing habits that you can have for the rest of your life. That way, when you're done losing weight, you will know how to maintain it. Me, I know that, like, when I get down to my maintenance weight, all these habits I develop, I can keep them for the rest of my life because they're not making me like mad or eager or anything. I enjoy doing those habits and I'm comfortable with those habits. So if you're on keto or if you're on like slim shakes or anything, if you can't do that for the rest of your life, it's really not sustainable and not going to help you keep the weight off, because we're all losing weight to keep the weight off. So stop comparing yourself to other Weight Watchers, or not other Weight Watchers, but other weight loss people. I used to do that, and I'm learning that like everybody's journey is different. There's people out there that's lost 100 pounds in 6 months or 135 pounds in a year. And me, I'm going to be honest, my train is being slowed down. Like, I've only lost 60 pounds in a year, which I know is a lot, but I keep comparing myself to others, being like, if I lost 135 pounds, then I finally would have been at my goal weight in 6 months. Like, just stop comparing yourself, because everybody's weight loss is different. Once you stop comparing yourself, I think it'll be a lot easier for you to lose weight, because everybody's journey is going to be different. We were all the same. I mean, life would be pretty boring. Or okay, I started the video, stopped right there. My mom called me. I swear I can't get like a moment of peace anywhere I go. It's currently the next day, but where I was getting with that is, like I said, stop comparing yourself to other people's weight loss, because everybody's different. If you lose 20 pounds in a year, it don't matter how slow it was, it's 20 pounds that is off your body. So just realize that everybody's journey is going to be different. Mine's going extra slow than anybody else's I've seen before, but that is a-okay. But yeah, that's kind of what I did for my losing my first 50 pounds. I kind of just added things here and there, educated myself, exercise by moving and scheduling. Scheduling's helped a lot. But yeah, I'm trying to lose another 50 pounds. So if you like to stay tuned for that in this journey, just click the subscribe button because I upload weekly. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any video suggestions, comment down below, and I shall see y'all next time. Bye.